Another shocking viral video of a micro apartment in New York City. It has like a 5-foot, 6-foot wide room that goes to a window, and that's it. And it costs you $2,000. The prices are going up. Well, my friends, there are questions about why it is so many young people are now skewing towards Donald Trump in the polls. How could it be that Donald Trump is winning the youth vote? It's shocking, isn't it? Well, my friends, I want to show you this video of a micro apartment. But first, from the Post-Millennial, New York moves to provide free health care to illegal immigrants. So, my young friends, you're entering adulthood, leaving high school, entering college or out of college, and you're asking yourself, where will I live? Unfortunately for you that want to live in a city where your job is available, you will not be able to afford it unless you want to live, I don't know, maybe you can get a couple roommates to live in one of these micro apartments. Then you'll be spending $700-800 a month, and you won't have a bathroom. Take a look at this video. Absolutely insane to see, where you get an actual tour. I'm going to give you a full tour of these micro apartments. Check this out.
This is a micro apartment in New York City. And yes, the entire space you are seeing is the full apartment. You have this one big window that lets in natural lighting, and that is pretty much it, along with this kitchenette, basically just a sink and a fridge, a small closet space, and no, there is no bathroom in the unit. The bathroom is actually outside in the hallway, not just the bathroom, but also the shower, which is behind me. And this apartment is renting for just under $2,000 per month.
$2,000 per month. Of course, there's a bunch of articles about this. From apartmenttherapy.com, New York City's smallest apartment is 55 square feet and costs $1,400 per month. A lot of people are surprised to see it. I'm not. There are some indications that inflation is improving, but my friends, I must break it down for you. This message is for all the young people who don't understand what's going on politically and want some help in understanding why it is a vote for Donald Trump may actually improve your living standards. So, I would say to anybody who has a friend who's concerned about this, maybe not super politically active, share with them this video, and I will break down for you a very, very rudimentary, simple way of explaining this. Right now, you have a story about New York. They're planning on providing free health care to illegal immigrants. No, I know you're saying, but what about my apartment, dude? $2,000 a month for an apartment with no bathroom. Yeah. To be honest, there's a sink right there. So I'm kind of thinking, like, couldn't you have turned that closet into a bathroom? Well, it's not so easy. It's easy to run running water in a drain. You don't need that much. But, toilet plumbing's a bit different, I guess. So no toilet or shower for you. Live in your box, eat the bugs. We are moving towards pod world, and you will live in it. I mean, this is the end result. It's not like one day you're going to wake up and you're going to live in a pod. This is how we get there. The younger generation won't be able to afford real housing. They will already live in pods. They'll be used to it. Now, why is this happening? Well, as you may or may not be aware, there's a crisis on the southern border. It is porous, and they are bringing in hundreds of thousands of people every single month. The Biden administration is engaged in human smuggling. Texas has been fighting back. Now, when this all started getting crazy, Texas and a few other southern states said, we're going to send all the migrants your way. But it wasn't just Texas. The federal government was doing it as well. This resulted in a massive influx of people in cities like New York and Chicago and actually all over the country. Now, it may be funny to laugh at all the uppity liberals who are like, oh, they're sending poor people to our towns. But the problem is, all they were doing was helping the Biden administration smuggle these people. Texas appears to have stopped. But for the time being, you may ask yourself why it is things are getting so expensive. Well, there are hotels. These hotel rooms have beds and bathrooms. You, my young friend entering the workforce, perhaps you want to live in a room. I mean, you've been in a hotel room, right? It's one room, there's a bed, there's a sink probably, and there's a bedroom with a shower. They are giving those to illegal immigrants. That's right. The hotels are being bought out, rented out by the cities. Illegal immigrants are brought in and given these wonderful rooms. You, on the other hand, hardworking young American, trying to enter the workforce, are paying taxes to fund their way of life while you spend $2,000 a month to live in a shoebox. Now, I am of the belief that you, as a tax-paying young American, should be gifted opportunity for the future. That means you need a place to live. You want to be able to have a living room, play video games, relax, go to the bathroom at your own leisure. They're taking that from you. And it's unfortunate that so many young people don't understand the game being played. That the Democratic Party, the Biden administration, are trying to convince you that voting for Trump will make all the problems worse when you are staring at a presidency with these problems in your lap. When I was 18, between 18 to 22, it was kind of crazy, but we all had to get roommates. And sometimes we would have someone living on the couch. And that was shocking to us. It's like, well, you got someone who's couch surfing because we need help paying the utilities and it keeps everyone's rent low. But we still had a living room. We had video games. And we didn't so much mind the couch surfer because you go in your bedroom and close the door. That was it. You go in your room, you close the door, and if someone's on the couch, yeah, whatever, I'm not in the living room anymore. You wake up in the morning, there they are in the kitchen having food, and it's like, I don't know, whatever, you sit down and play video games. And that was what we accepted. Rent was cheaper, higher crime areas, couch surfer, maybe someone was sleeping in a back room on a porch or something like that. Because some of these apartments in Chicago, they have enclosed back areas, which I wouldn't call a room, but you can't close the door. Today, it is crazy for me to see that young people have to choose these economy micro apartments and probably even share them, get a bunk bed. That's absolutely wild. I remember when I was living in Los Angeles, I was looking at apartments. Los Angeles, okay? I was in Koreatown. Studio apartment was $700. It's a studio, but it did have a small kitchen. There were what they call bachelor and economy apartments that were available at these bachelor housing buildings, where basically meant like men only, but they didn't keep women out, but it was basically just dudes, laborers. The rooms were $300, and they were bigger than this, but didn't have bathrooms. And that's what made them bachelor apartments. Is basically like the rooms I think were like 15 by I think they're probably like, what's the room in now? Like 15 by 30 maybe. You'd go in the room, you'd have a bed, you'd have a TV, but no, maybe not 15 by 30. It's got to be like 15 by 20 or something like that. Like a good-sized room, and no bathroom, though. No bathroom. It was a studio box with a window. You had no bathroom. Now we're looking at what's going on in New York City. It's just absolutely insane to see this. I don't know that Donald Trump will save you, my young friends. I don't know that voting for him will make things better. I can tell you that a vote for Joe Biden guarantees that things get worse. A vote for Nikki Haley is a guarantee that things get worse. They will sell you out. They will destroy your future because they want you to live in the pod and eat the bugs. Now, if you don't want to live that way, we've got to change things. Giving free healthcare to illegal immigrants, you may be asking yourself, what does that have to do with rent? Well, it's another component. How old are you? Many of you watching this, maybe someone shared the video with you. You're 22, you're 23, or 24, who knows? Do you have healthcare? Maybe you're on your parents' plan. Are you going to be able to afford health insurance? How are you going to take care of yourself when you get sick? Health insurance is a major issue. Maybe many of you are just now leaving your parents' healthcare plan, or they couldn't afford to begin with. Don't worry. I know you can't afford it. You're probably stuck on some garbage Obama plan or whatever. I don't know how any of this stuff currently works, to be completely honest. All I remember is when Obamacare came out, I went from having pretty good health insurance, and then when I signed up for my own under this, because they had this thing where they were going to charge me money if I didn't buy it, what is it, the individual mandate or whatever. All I know is I ended up with insurance. Get this, where 6 years ago I needed to go get a physical. Look, you travel the world a lot. You go around, eat crazy food in crazy places. It's important you get a physical exam, okay? And I was just like, I'm going to go in for a checkup. I want to get like blood work done, something you should do periodically. And everybody was like, we don't accept your insurance. And I'm like, okay. And then here's where it gets crazy. There was one local practitioner or whatever. I don't know. It's been a while. And I said, okay, well, look, man, I called a bunch of places. Can I just pay you cash? I was like, I got a successful YouTube channel, making good money, 6 figures. And they said, no. We could if you didn't have this plan. And I was like, what? That's right. They said if you weren't on this plan, you could just come in and pay the bill. But because you are, you can't. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? Absolutely insane. I did some kind of like teleconference thing where they were like, have you been sleeping well? Have you been eating right? And I'm like, look, man, I ended up just not getting anything I needed. It was nuts. Because like you're supposed to get like blood work. They test your iron levels and all these things. I got nothing. Later on, I got it all taken care of. I got taken care of last year. But it is important you get a physical, right? That was crazy to me. Guess what? They're giving free healthcare to illegal immigrants. Okay, so maybe you're something about what does that have to do with me? They should give it to me too and them. You pay for it. It's not free healthcare to illegal immigrants. New York is taxing you. You're paying taxes. And then that money is being spent to give healthcare to non-citizens while you don't have any. Look, man, I don't know that Donald Trump saves you. All I know is Joe Biden is doing this. Like, not literally him, of course. The administration, the people he's hired, and the people in Congress, too, other Democrats. I ain't saying there's any guarantee at all that voting for a Republican is going to fix this. I can only tell you that voting for Democrats will just make it worse. So the best pitch I can give you is stave off the worsening of the economy. Vote Republican, I guess. It's wild to watch this video. I saw this. I was just like, man, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine having to live there, but that's what Gen Z is dealing with. The only opportunity they can get $2,000. Damn. I had an apartment that was it was like $1,000 for like a 2-bedroom, and this is 10 years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago to be completely fair. In Chicago, in Los Angeles, there was a 2-bedroom for like 14. Studio was 7. Man, it's crazy, and you could make it work. You'd get roommates, but you could make it work. Now it's just like, dude, the videos I'm seeing, these are wild. I'm going to leave it there. Next segment is coming up tonight at 8 p.m. over at youtube.com/TimCastIRL. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.